If LeBron James leaves Cleveland for a second time, do you feel that his legacy would be tarnished? His legacy is great. He's one of the all-time great players to ever play the game. You got him top five, top two, whatever your case is. He is a great talent. He might be the end up being a scoring leader. He might be the first guy to go 40, 10, and 10. 40,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, 10,000 assists. If he moves again, it's a bad look for his legacy. It just proves that he doesn't feel like a team can build around him. B, he doesn't feel like he can attract the stars to come play with him. Or it's another thing where it's uh can't beat him, join him mentality. Now Kevin Durant showed this when he went to the Golden State Warriors. Can't beat him, join him. But LeBron James was the predecessor of that by going to Miami. It was just like, well, I can't beat the Celtics. I'm not gonna join them, but I'm gonna join some other guys so we can beat them. So it was like a de facto cheat code, whatever the case is. Like, I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna bypass them by trying to team up with two other franchise players. So if he leaves again, damn right is gonna take a hit. A lot of people make a big fuss about LeBron James getting to like a lot of straight finals, and it's an impressive feat, but it doesn't. To me, it doesn't mean anything because if you're still losing, you're still losing. People have lost sight of the origin of what the game is. The game is to win and to win at the highest level. It's not to get to consecutive Eastern Conference Finals, consecutive NBA Finals, and stuff like that. Like Wilt Chamberlain, I think he went to like 6 or 7 or 8 NBA Finals. He only has like I think at one ring or two. So it's not that's not the goal. Like you can't just be like, oh, he's the greatest because he's been able to consistently get to the NBA finals. Like that's not something that's gonna be part of your legacy, especially when people look back and be like, well, the Eastern Conference was terrible and there were teams that were 37 and 45 able to make the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. That doesn't look well. That doesn't look well on your resume. But back to this point right here. The fact that he's able to move or stay, and he's already proven he's one of the greatest players of all time. And the fact that he'll be willing to leave his team again for a second time, go through that divorce again with the fans, to me, it slams his legacy. And it just slams his legacy in the fact that the mentality that he has. It's just like, if you're the best player, why do you have to move? Like, if you're the best, people come to you. Things come to you so you can do what you got to do to rock up and win. Like, you don't need to go anywhere. When we're looking at, like, the greatest players to ever play the game, you know, if it wasn't for a trade, and I guess LeBron's unique in this case where he has the luxury of free agency and roaming wherever he wants to roam. The best players didn't move around like this. You know, play for Jordan on one team. You know, he played for the Wizards at tail end of his career, but you know, like he had already retired. Jordan did all his damage in his prime one team. Kareem basically he got traded, but most of his damage with the Lakers, 5 championships with the Lakers. He has 6, whatever the case is. Bill Russell, one team. Like Larry Bird, one team. Magic, one team. And people are like, well, this is the era of mobility. Moving is part of LeBron's legacy. You know, when a fan wants to move, when a fan has a regular job, they want to move this, that, and the third. It's fine. But when a player wants to do it, it's a problem, whatever the case is. And I get that argument, but Gray made an interesting point. When a fan wants to move, it's not like he has a million people cheering him on and people are invested in his company like, hey, if you let that employee go, I'm gonna burn your stocks or whatever. Like when LeBron's moving, it's a whole different ball game. Like he's changing the economy there. His legacy there also changes because he's leaving there. So he opens the door for somebody else to be the all-time scorer, all-time leader, or whatever the case is, put bricks in the building. So it's a different story when a player wants to move because A, it's a different kind of job, and B, you have fans invested in, like, let's just say you have a rivalry, or you're making or breaking that team by leaving. But my thing is, if you're the best player, you're the best in the game, you don't need to move anywhere. Stay where you're at and win with what you got, or win with whatever the team's gonna get you. Because like I said before, if you're the best, like JayZ is like the best rapper. You didn't see him, at one point in his career. It still might be. You didn't see JayZ moving from like Def Jam, Minor School. I'm gonna leave Rockefeller again, and like you didn't. He created his own thing, and he went from there. Like he didn't go like Asylum, this, that, and the third, because he's the best, and they're invested in him, and they see what it is. Like he wasn't like running around for people asking for features. Like I need you to do this on the feature. Like people are like, oh, that's Jay. Oh, yeah, I'm doing it. So like for me with LeBron, it's like the way his career has ascended and been so great. People should just line up to want to play with him. Like when it comes free agency season, it shouldn't be a question like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Where is he going? He should stay. Like I'm right here. My flag is planted. I'm the best. If you want to come win, come play with me. Point blank. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like he shouldn't have to like, oh well, I want to play with this star. Like these stars should be trying to request trades, force trades to come play with him. Like he shouldn't be the guy, the puppet master in the back. To me, it's like very disrespectful because basically what it's showing to me is like he doesn't think that he's good enough to win where he's at. Like he has to move to win, and it doesn't make sense to me. I've never really felt like that about him. Like, and that's the kind of the vibe that I get when he keeps moving around every 5 minutes, or whatever the case is, or when he went to Miami, like how Dwayne Wade was like, "Well, I'm not moving to Cleveland," or Bosh was like, "I'm not moving to Cleveland." I'm like, all right, bye. All right. I'll call up some other guys and try to form something, or call up Derrick Rose, like, because Derrick Rose was a possibility. They wanted to, Dwayne Wade and LeBron wanted to go to Chicago. That was actually a possibility. So I would have called Derrick Rose at the time. Hey, come to Cleveland or whatever. Let's force a trade or whatever the case is. I just can't see. I can see guys in the past saying, yeah, one day it would be cool to play with each other. I just can't see the best player. I can't see Michael Jordan saying, man, I can't win in Chicago. Shaq, I'm going to come to Orlando and play with you. You know what I'm saying? I can't see them forcing their way out of there. Like, because it's just like a mentality. Like, man, I'm the best. Even the guys that never thought they were the best, they still had that mentality. For LeBron's legacy, he says he's the best player of all time. So if you're the best player of all time, what's the problem with you just staying where you're at? If you're the best, you're going to get the best out of everybody else. And whoever's best that they throw at you, whatever team's best that they throw at you, you could eventually beat them. You know what I'm saying? Like when people are like, well, LeBron can't beat this Golden State Warriors team, it's just like, says who? Says you? Says me? Like, what does he say? And if he moves, it's basically proving that he feels like he can't beat them. And that's disgusting to me because, like, if you think about this too, like when you look at like a Kobe career, when Kobe beat the Celtics, that Game 7 2010, it was Kobe and Gasol basically. Like Ron Artest was like, he was great on defense, but he wasn't like consistent player, getting buckets for them every 5 minutes, whatever the case is. It was Kobe and Gasol. They were going up against Paul Pierce, Rajon Rondo, Kevin Garnett, and they have 4 stars. They have 4 stars. So it's like, number one, LeBron already beat those guys. I mean, I know it's different without Kevin Durant, but he beat them before. So why shouldn't he have the arrogance? Like, hey, I could beat you guys again. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not trying to team up with nobody. They need to call the fire squadron because I'm gonna come for you. I'm gonna gun for you. I'm gonna show you why I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that mentality. That's what kills me. Because when he moves again, he plays for a third team. He's no longer in that upper echelon to me of the Mikes, the Magics, and stuff like that in terms of career-wise. Not like basketball talent and how many points he can score, et cetera, et cetera. It's just like the idea of where you cement your legacy at. Your legacy takes a hit from a guy like Magic that never had to run from team to team to team. Like, you play for a third franchise. trying to get a ring, it doesn't look good for you. Like, you look like that chick that dated, he dated a football player, and he broke up with the football player, dated the basketball player, and now they trying to date like the most popular guy in school now. You know what I'm saying? You just look like you just D riding, and it's like, but like in that analogy, that chick is like is the best looking chick in this school. Like, guys will be clamoring all over to be with her, but she's doing the reverse. Just doesn't make any sense. And that's the point to me that I'm trying to basically make in this video, is like, doesn't make any sense for LeBron to keep jumping ship all the time. Like, at the end of the day, players know what it is with you. You want to win chips, they should come to you. You don't have to chase anything. When you're the best at something, you don't got to chase anything. You stay, you work on your craft, you get better every day, and the success and everything will drop to you. Point blank, period. That's just how I feel about it. I don't feel like you got to jump ship every 5 minutes or whatever the case is. It's not like the organization sandbagged him. Everything he wants, he's gotten it. Stay with that franchise. It's going to mean a lot more if you bring another title there. If he wins another title anywhere else, it's not going to mean as much. People are going to be like, well, it's always going to be an asterisk for his titles, because especially in Miami, he had to do this, that, and the third. People still hold out against him. So it's just like, come on, man. Just stay where you at, man. You're the best. Show us the best. Prove to yourself that you're the best. Like, you don't got to move. You don't got to go nowhere. These guys got to move. These guys got to move. I'm tired of this guy having to uproot his family because of the mental message that he's sending to himself. Like, I can't win with what I got, or this is not good enough. Like, if it's not good enough, you go to the front office and say, I need this star next. They're going to make it happen. They've made all this other stuff happen. They'll make that happen too.